Hello, 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 hello. This is Hanifa and this is Kingswife Talk. We have our guest here tonight. We're going to be going over that good old whoppity wop 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 as promised. We already know that the WAP gives birth to many babies and it bleeds every month. But above all, it can give immense pleasure. It's such a complex body part and no vagina is the same. Do you hear that? No vagina is the same. But we got a guest right here with us this evening. We have Mula on the line here, and we're going to be going over a few things. Say hi, Mula.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, she's here, and she's ready to get the juices flowing with the WAP, honey. But we want to go over a few questions with you real quick here, Mula. We just want to know, like, from your own experience, since you're a woman, what is one of the craziest thing a man has done for the WAP?
Well, I've experienced like coming home, late night after work and not knowing the person is in my house and I get in the house, open the door and the man is in the chair in the dark. And I was startled, like, what did you get in here?
Girl, is that scary or what?
It was very scary, because, like opening your door, coming in the house, you turn on your light and the man is sitting in the chair. I was startled, like, what are you doing? Like, how did you get in? He like, I'm just making sure ain't nobody bringing you home. Ain't nobody bringing you home, because if a motherfucker brought you home, you was going what?
Oh, my
God.
That is something crazy.
Then like later on in the night after I, that calmed them down and all that, I looked towards my room window, the screen tore out, and I'm just like, wow.
You, my friend, have WAP. But were you ever told that you had WAP?
Yes, I was, I've been told that, like, through text message. I've been told that face-to-face, like, this is the best I've had. This is just some, what the saying is, some wet-ass pussy. Like, this is some good pussy.
Oh,
so,
man.
And I'll be like, when they say that, when he say that, I'll be like, dang, I say, like, okay, you make me feel like that, like, you make me wet like that, like, because some men can't make you wet like that.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a certain type of man to make you wet, because you can be dry as a desert if somebody ain't turning you on. It takes a certain type of man that knows your body to make you wet like that.
I agree.
Am I right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I've known people like that have told me, like, even when they've had, like, sex with somebody for money, it's not the same as having sex with somebody that you love and care about. It's not the same. Like, they don't, their pussy is not, like, really lubricated. You know how we have just that natural lubrication? They said she basically was telling me, like, it doesn't get that juicy, but it gets enough to where a man can feel pleasure and he's happy and he pays, But, I've even heard that from hoes that it's not the same. So.
Right, because if you just going to, get some money, you're not going to be wet. You trying to wham, bam, and get out of there and get the money.
Yeah.
That's all you trying to do. But if this is with somebody that you comfortable with, that you in love with, that, can... blowing your ear and it's over with. Some men got that kryptonite for a woman that's gonna make them wet.
Ooh, you said.
I feel like it's a different type of, man that man that could come and make you just, faucet ready. All that.
Dripping like spring water. Everything.
All that.
So this is the money question that I'm asking all the female guests this evening. Has having WAP been a blessing or a curse?
Have having WAP been a blessing or a curse? I would say more of a blessing.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you giving yourself to somebody that really loves you, then they're gonna do whatever it is. Like, I think, like, when you having sex with somebody, like, intimate, like, without protection, you're meeting souls. To me, like, you're meeting souls, and vice versa. If you're having sex with a person with protection, which you're gonna have sex with a person that's your mate without protection. Hopefully, you're gonna protect yourself if you're having sex with somebody that's not your mate or whatever. If you're single, but I'm saying this because I think that it's a blessing if you have sex with somebody and they keep you, because a lot of women not getting kept. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes it be from sex. You know, some men can be like, oh, her sex was just horrible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back to that. And they'll talk about you too. I didn't sit at the round table and heard bad stories about women that they didn't have sex and baby they ain't coming back because that shit was horrible. If you got some wet ass pussy and some good thing or whatever, it's a blessing because the man's gonna come back. He's gonna respect you. He's gonna want you. You know, and you gonna get kept. It's a lot of women out here that's not being kept, and that's why. Yeah, I don't know if it got to do with they dry or older or they don't know how to move right or what, getting kept, and that's why they be like bouncing from bounce to bounce to bounce to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, on this phone call, you're saying that some people have WAP and some people got DAP, dry ass pussy.
Dry than the motherfucker, because I didn't heard it, baby.
Woo!
I heard it at the round table. I ain't going back. I had to spit start that shit.
You know what? You're so funny. So I think so what would you like to, before we get up out of here and we go ahead and let you get back to the rest of your evening, what is one thing you want to tell somebody who is just like learning that they got the WAP?
Well, okay, so you saying,
like, would you give them advice like, don't give it away to too many people, don't sell the WAP? No, I was kidding. Well, if you not, I was just about to say, if you're not in a relationship, go ahead and sell it. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'm a real person. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like if you single, now when you single, you gonna bounce around you gonna bounce around because you're on the prowl. You're looking. Mm-hmm. You're trying to find somebody to keep you.
Yeah. So
you're on the prowl. When you're single, you're looking. You're fishing. But if you're doing that, like if you're single and you fishing and you doing all that, I would say, if you feel like you out there, because some women get out there when they single. When you single, you be out there. You be like, shit, I'm single. I can mingle. I can date who I want. I can fuck who I want. Mm-hmm. And I would say you need to be getting some dollars if you bouncing around like that. I'm not gonna tell nobody to be broke and be out here with a wet ass. No. Okay. No, don't do that.
Okay.
But if you got a man, I'm saying, sometimes you get a man, sometimes you get tired of the same penis. Sometimes some women get tired just like men get tired of the same penis, a pussy. Some women get tired of the same penis. And I think that's when you gotta bring action to your sex, like toys and like go there, like dress up or, get romantic, go somewhere, get spontaneous, have sex in the car. You gotta do things like that to get your man to stay with you or you gonna get left.
Yeah. I hear you. Spice things up.
That's how I feel. I mean to go down on y'all That's how I feel.
And that's why I wanted you here. That's why I wanted you here, because I know you're going to tell how you feel. But I definitely appreciate you. And I bet you people going to remember that man in that chair for years to come. They going to remember that story.
Man, he was in that chair. He was sitting there in the dark. I turned on the light. There he was. He said, I'm here. I was trying to see if somebody was taking you home. I said, well, then go ahead and lay down, baby, because ain't nobody take me home.
Man, thank God. Jeez. But yeah, I really appreciate you for sharing your stories with us this evening. I'm going to go ahead and call the next caller so they can go ahead and get in here. Okay. Thank you so much.
Everybody be safe during COVID and love.
Love, babe.
Yeah.
Right. That was our guest, Mula. And I am so glad she was able to call in and give us her story. That was hilarious when she said the man was in a chair. Okay, he is serious about that WAP. He was like, no, I'm babysitting this WAP. Period. So let's go ahead and go to our next caller here. And I know that having WAP, to me, I think has been a blessing. Because I do have 3 beautiful children. So I just feel like having WAP to me, it has been a blessing for me. So I am grateful. But on the other hand, there has been situations where when I was, out there, I was single and things like that, where WAP, it has been a curse. So I'm not going to sit up here and perpetrate. So I definitely think, from my own opinion, that for me, WAP has been a blessing and a curse. So, but to each his own, you never know. But we have our other guests here. We have Tiny on the line. Tiny, are you there?
I am here.
Hi, babe.
The listeners listening in to this evening.
Yes, I'm so glad you could join us this evening. Just wanted to go ahead and go over a few questions with you because I know you're going to have something great to tell us. So we just want to go over questions because we've been asking all the other ladies, like, honestly and truthfully, what's the craziest thing a man has done for the WAP?
This man that I was talking to at the time, he was at the halfway house, and after their nightly rounds, he snuck out the second floor window, and he had to go back before a certain time before they did their second round of the evening, and he made it by a split hair, and his roommate had to cover for him, and to make sure that no one.
How did the man get back in the halfway house?
He climbed up the window. His roommate had like a real live runaway, had a little rope or a sheet or something. He said he had for him, and he tied it up with a what do you call that? The phone book. It was still phone books at this time, so he put the phone book down there for him to make sure that he'll be able to have a little weight at the bottom for him to climb up. And he said that literally after 2 seconds of him taking his clothes off, it was about the man, knocked on the door and did his rounds, and he was like, I was in there sweating bullets. He was like, I swear, I thought that was in and over for me. He was like, but I felt like, it was worth it if I had to go back and finish the rest of my years. Like, really? You had a few years left to go. It wasn't like you had a year or 6 months or anything like that. You had years left. So you was going to risk it all for a pleasurable time, for just a moment? You could have waited till the next day.
Girl.
When you were out on your day looking for a job.
He couldn't wait. It sounds like that man could not wait. I do want to ask you, were you ever told that you had WAP? Our last guest just said she been texted, she been told it in her face,
Oh, man. Like the different ways, just like that woman who said that she's been told multiple and different ways. Yes. I could say I came out of my house with a letter on my windshield, sending flowers to my job. Like everybody at work looking at me like, oh,